Good evening and welcome to NDTV. I am Ankit Tyagi. It's nationwide at 6 on the broadcast, and we'll get you all the latest stories from across the country. The focus specifically in the next hour is going to be on the continuous run of Gundaism, hooliganism that we are seeing in Maharashtra in the name of language, which continues. The Goondaraj in Maharashtra, free run for MNS Goons, it continues. And their justification, the way they are brazening it out, it tells you a different story. And I will also tell you the reason why these people have been able to do this. We'll also talk about, ladies and gentlemen, later. Remember this story that we played yesterday, the plight of a 75-year-old farmer and his wife. Now there is a full political tussle on the plight of the farmers. I'm happy at least that it has created a debate after we showcased what has happened. There is some light at the end of the tunnel. We'll talk about that as well. We'll later also, in fact, talk about how the anger of the people have forced the government of Delhi to rescind an order on old cars. We'll talk about all of these stories in the next 1 hour. Let's start with Maharashtra at this moment, where Maharashtra Navnirman Sena workers are just on a rampage. After slapping this shopkeeper multiple times, humiliating him, he spoke to us. Now today, they went to a person's house and went berserk in Pune. And why did they do that? Because this person exercised his freedom of speech and said something about Raj Thackeray. When it comes to Raj Thackeray, their anger is that this man should be not only beaten up, but also be booked by the police. But when they take law in their own hands, and I'm not even saying that this man did something wrong and took the law in his own hand, just for his expression, he's being persecuted. But when it comes to them, the state gives them a free run. And that's the problem, ladies and gentlemen, as far as Maharashtra is concerned. One after another, what we are seeing is absolutely disturbing. Let me start with what happened yesterday in Maharashtra. We saw how the goons, I'm no longer calling them political activists. They are not political activists. They are behaving like some low-life gang members who are affiliated to a political party called MNS. And the way they are behaving, the Maharashtra Navnirman Sena is looking like nothing but a gang of thugs. First, they beat people in the name of of language, in the Marathi language. Is this how you would want your culture to be remembered? Your language to be remembered? By all these goons coming out and beating people? Look at this, 5-6 of them together, like we spoke about yesterday, coming out and beating this shopkeeper who spoke to me yesterday. Now, we were hoping that the police will act. We were hoping that the system will, in fact, wake up and show these goons the power of the law, the power of the constitution that the ministers in Maharashtra are sworn to. But unfortunately, not the case. Nothing has happened as far as these VVIP thugs are concerned. They were called in for questioning, and the police says, you know, it's the normal case. We are just calling them for questioning. Nothing beyond that. The goons of Maharashtra, of MNS, have been given a free run. And today the question is to the government of Maharashtra, not to the MNS. I don't expect anything from Raj Thackeray and his party, but will the Maharashtra government and the police ensure that the rule of law is being, in fact, adhered to in letter and spirit? Is that too much to ask? Because the member of parliament, the ministers in Maharashtra doesn't seem to, in fact, think so. Let me very quickly just go across and play out some reactions of some MNS leaders. We tried to ask them, hoping that they would have at least seen some sense in what they have done. Zero regret, ladies and gentlemen. They are brazening it out.
मराठी भाषा के लिए मारा, उसने क्या आंसर दिया वो देखा तुमने? उनका जो अकड़ था वो देखा?
क्या बोला उन्होंने?
हाँ, वो बोले कि मराठी सिखाओ हम लोग को आके, तो हम लोग को वो काम बचा है। उसने बोलना चाहिए कि बाबा मराठी मेरे को,
मराठी ना बोलने के लिए आप मार सकते, लेकिन आप मराठी सिखा नहीं सकते।
तो हम लोग को वो काम है क्या मराठी सिखाने का? हम लोग को काम धंधा,
काम है मराठी के लिए मारना।
वो काम धंधा करेंगे,
तो ये काम धंधा
करेंगे, वो पैसा कमाएंगे और हम लोग उनको मराठी सिखाओ। ये थोड़ी बात होती है। उसने बोलना चाहिए कि बाबा मेरे को मराठी आता नहीं है, मराठी आता नहीं है, हम लोग सीख जाएंगे।
मराठी क्यों नहीं बोलना है? जब आपने इनका अगर वीडियो देखा होगा तो इनका कहना था महाराष्ट्र में सभी भाषा बोली जाती है, सभी भाषा मराठी छोड़ के बोली जाएंगी, वो जितनी भी भाषा क्यों बोली जाएंगी। महाराष्ट्र की जब राजभाषा जो अभिजात भाषा का दर्जा गवर्नमेंट ने दिया हुआ है, अभिजात का मतलब क्या हुआ, मूल भाषा। अगर कोई एक बंदा इस भाषा में अगर जवाब देता है कि महाराष्ट्र में कोई भी भाषा में बोल सकता है, तो ये हमारा भी सेंसिटिव हार्ट होता है ना इसमें।
And you know why these thugs have the gumption to in fact come out and speak in the manner that they are? It's not about the language, ladies and gentlemen. Everybody should respect every language whichever state you are in. But is this the way? Why is this happening? Because the police and the government of Maharashtra have decided to give them a free run. It's cheap vote politics that is dictating their actions, not the rule book, not the police manual, not the constitution of this country that they're sworn in. Just listen to a minister in Maharashtra, how lovely he is defending in such a casual manner what these people have done.
महाराष्ट्र में मराठी तो बोलनी ही पड़ेगी। अगर मराठी नहीं आती है तो आपका ये एटीट्यूड नहीं चलेगा कि हम मराठी बोलेंगे नहीं। हम कोशिश करेंगे ऐसा वो बता सकते हैं, बोल सकते हैं। तो मेरे ख्याल से देखिए, हमें किसी और लैंग्वेज का अपमान हमें करना नहीं है, लेकिन मराठी में अगर कोई महाराष्ट्र में कोई मराठी को डिसरिस्पेक्ट करता है तो बिल्कुल वहाँ पे हमारे कायदा हम लागू करेंगे, उसके ऊपर कार्रवाई करेंगे। जो भी है, जिन्होंने भी उनको मारपीट की है, बिल्कुल उनको एक ही संदेश देंगे कि कायदा आप हाथ में मत लीजिए। जो भी कंसर्न पर्सन की आप कंप्लेंट फाइल कीजिए, उसके अगेंस्ट कार्रवाई की जाएगी।
Those who have been beaten up, those who are beating this poor man, 5 of them in a herd coming together, these cowards, the minister is using aap. हम आपको बताएंगे ये सब मत कीजिए. And the man who has been beaten up, they are talking about his attitude. This is what you can expect from a government, in fact, a minister in the government of Maharashtra. It's absolutely shameful. But if you thought that the police, the men wearing khaki, they would have something else to say, just listen in. And then you would know why MNS thinks that they can run riot in Maharashtra, because they know that neither the police nor the government, they're nothing. They are above everything. Listen in.
सर, आपसे जानना चाहेंगे कि इस पूरे मामले में जो है हम आक्रोश देख रहे हैं लोगों में, व्यापारियों में, कि आखिर इन 7 लोगों पर कार्रवाई कब होगी और अब तक इस पूरे केस में स्टेटस क्या है?
अभी जैसे पुलिस स्टेशन को कंप्लेंट प्राप्त हुई है, तुरंत एफआईआर हमने रजिस्टर कर ली गई है। 7 लोग जो है उनको आइडेंटिफाई कर लिया गया है। 3 लोगों को नोटिस दिया गया है। अभी कानून में ये प्रावधान है कि 2 साल से ज़्यादा सज़ा नहीं, उसमें 7 साल से अगर कम सज़ा रहे तो उसमें अरेस्ट नहीं कर सकते। तो हमने नोटिस सबको सर्व किया गया है और सब पे प्रिवेंटिव एक्शन भी हम ले रहे हैं। इसके बारे में कुछ लोग हमको निवेदन भी देना चाहते थे, तो हमने वहाँ पे जाके निवेदन भी लिया है और कानून सुव्यवस्था ना बिगड़े इसके लिए हमने सबको अपील भी किया है।
So the policeman is throwing the book on our face, telling us that the sections that we have put against those hooligans, those who are beating a man, do not require an arrest at this moment. But where does the police require an arrest? Where is a man detained by the police? Where, of course, the Aam Aadmi is at the receiving end. And I will tell you why. Because these same Maharashtra Navnirman Sena goons assaulted a man in Pune's Vanas area for posting alleged objectionable content against party chief Raj Thackeray on social media. The man, identified as Kedar Soman, was allegedly beaten up by the MNS workers and later handed over to the police. The incident caused temporary tension in the area, prompting the police intervention. And why is that happened? Because he used his freedom of expression to, in fact, pour his outrage against Raj Thackeray. Is that a crime where the police should keep a man in custody after him being beaten up by the MNS? And not after these goons go on rampage in Mumbai, in Thane, and beat a man. Now look at the double standards that the government and police of Maharashtra is playing here. If you thought, this another incident of Shopkeeper, you thought that's an isolated incident what happened in Mumbai, there has been another incident which has been reported now from Thane. The incident is followed by complaints of Marathi youth being beaten up by a shopkeeper at a Thane railway station premises. After the incident came to light, the accused shopkeeper was called to the Thane office of Shiv Sena Uddhav Thackeray. If brother Raj Thackeray's party can take law in their hands, can break the law, then of course Uddhav Thackeray, his party, why should that be behind? Former MP Rajan Vichare, he was called to his office. The shopkeeper was assaulted in the office of the former member of parliament and made to apologize to the youth who had beaten him up. In the presence of Shiv Sainiks, the shopkeeper is seen publicly apologizing by holding his ears and falling to the feet of the youth and the member of parliament and others as they watch. All right, we are getting some breaking news at this moment. Aditya Thackeray of the Shiv Sena, Uddhav Thackeray, has in fact said that no language must be forcefully imposed on anyone. Our mother tongue is Marathi. It is not to be insulted and disrespected. Many people came here on posting. They don't know Marathi. We want to say that people should respect the culture and the language of the state. They go on. No one should take the law into their own hands, but when it's done the other way around and Marathi or Maharashtra are insulted, then things can escalate. This is, as I said, this is the best that you can expect of the Shiv Sena.
किसी भी भाषा की सख्ती हम पे ना हो, हमारी मातृभाषा मराठी है, उसका अपमान ना हो, उसे अपमानित ना किया जाए। बहुत सारे लोग ऐसे भी आते हैं जो पोस्टिंग पे आते हैं, बैंक में हो या कर्मचारी करके आते हो, उनको मराठी नहीं आती है। हमारा यही मानना है और यही कहना है कि सिर्फ जिस भी राज्य में जाते हो उसे अपमानित ना कीजिए, उसका आदर कीजिए। और आगे जाते हुए हमारा यही कहना होगा कि कोई भी कानून अपने हाथ में ना ले, लेकिन अगर कोई कानून दूसरी तरफ से भी कानून हाथ में लेता है या मराठी का अपमान करता है, महाराष्ट्र का अपमान करता है, तो फिर बातें आगे बढ़ सकती है।
It's absolutely shocking that a leader who is an elected MLA as well says बातें आगे बढ़ सकती हैं, कानून हाथ में ना ले, but if disrespected, there are laws in this country. Everybody can feel disrespected and outraged about anything. Does that mean everybody should go on a rampage beating up people? But the question is not to Aditya Thackeray today. The question is not to Raj Thackeray today. We don't expect, after what they have shown and their history, we don't expect anything better out of them. But I want to go across at this moment to Sameer Bakre, spokesperson of the BJP, the party which is leading the government in Maharashtra. Mr. Bakre, thank you so much for speaking to me. My first question to you, sir, what governs the rule of the government in Maharashtra? Is it the constitution of this country, the BNS, the Bharatiya Nyaya Sanhita, or it is the free will of the MNS and the Shiv Sena?
Thank you, Ankit ji. Definitely, it's a constitution, it's a rule of law, governs the Maharashtra government under Honorable Devendra ji Fadnavis, who is a strong home minister. And you have seen that already people have been booked, 7 people have been booked for the assault, and no gundagardi will be tolerated in Maharashtra on the pretext of any language or any caste basis. See, you understand this. This is a pattern which MNS is trying to repeat before every election, and the law will come down heavily on them. These people will be interrogated.
Bakre Saab, hold on, sir. Hold on. It's not about the words that you are using here that the law will come down heavily on them. There has to be, your words and your government words have to be backed by action. It's been 3 days. FIR has been registered in the Mumbai case. You heard the police officer there very clearly saying that, oh, they have not been booked under sections which require an arrest right now. You are talking about history of MNS and Shiv Sena. All this is happening because you have given a free run to them, sir.
Definitely not, Mr. Ankit. Basically, Maharashtra is the peace-loving state, and this incident like this will never be tolerated because Mumbai is a economic capital of the country, and every citizen has right to come here and work and accordingly pursue his profession or business. So, whatever I have heard from the police officer, I am sure that the fair inquiry will be done, and strict action under whatever sections are applicable will be
How
taken.
much time do we need for an inquiry when there is a video evidence of these people assaulting a man? On the other hand, in Pune, your police, sir, you are saying Devendra Fadnavis, the chief minister, who is also the home minister, is a strong home minister. He gets, his police arrests a person because he wrote a social media post against Mr. Raj Thackeray. Isn't that double standards of policing and the government of Maharashtra completely closing their eye to what is happening as far as MNS and Shiv Sena is concerned, sir?
Absolutely not. Whatever incident has happened in Pune, the arrest has not been made. But I am saying that those people who were trying to trouble the person, they are taken in control by policemen, and any untoward incident which was going to happen was controlled in time.
Bakre Saab, can you, as the leader of the BJP, a spokesperson of the party, can you assure the audience here that all these 7 people, those who assaulted the shopkeeper, and all these goons, those who are standing outside somebody's residence in Pune and also in Thane, where a former Shiv Sena MP gets somebody beaten up in his own house, are these leaders or are these Mawalis and Gundas, those who have been given a free run? When will they be arrested, sir? Give me a timeline. Will you speak to the Home Minister and get them arrested?
They will be soon brought to the book and stricter action will be taken on them. I have already repeated, and if the arrest is required, police will definitely arrest them and produce before the court, and whatever charge sheet will be filed, the case will be pursued in a very fast track manner. And let me assure the people of Maharashtra that the government under Mr. Devendra Fadnavis is well aware of these Gunda elements, and preventive steps are being taken so that no further incidents takes place like this.
Do you think, sir, that the police inspires confidence, your government inspires confidence by waiting for 48 hours to act against these elements? Do you have a message for Raj Thackeray? Because it doesn't seem that Mr. Thackeray is bothered about what you do.
I have only one message for Mr. Raj Sahib Thackeray, that I am also a Marathi. 14 crore people of Maharashtra, mostly of them are Marathi. Everyone is proud of their language. But our language doesn't permit, or our culture doesn't permit that we take law in our own hands and do violence on people who have come here for their business or profession or living. So I am saying again to the MNS people, if you continue this way of doing Gundagardi, you will be strictly penalized by our government.
I hope these are not empty words by the BJP. I hope these are not the empty words by the Maharashtra government, and we are going to see action as far as these cases are concerned. And remember, we will pursue this story till the time action is taken. No matter who you are, no matter what your concern is, you can't go on beating people to enforce your will on people, whether it is Maharashtra or anywhere else in the country. This is something that we will take up every time goons, in fact, take law in their own hand and they feel that they are above the constitution, the law, the rule of law in this country. Mr. Bakre, thank you for speaking to me on this.